Hi everyone, I'm Kat and welcome to my channel, Naturally Beautiful Girl. So today I'm going to be doing my January favorites. I feel like I've been doing favorites basically the entire month because I had my best of makeup of 2017, my worst of green beauty of 2017, my best hair care, skincare, body care of 2017. But there are products I have been loving in the end of December and throughout the month of January that didn't make it into my best of 2017 video because I hadn't really had them long enough, or I'm not sure if they really just made the cut, but they are products that I have been loving. So I wanted to do a video where I could talk about those. And favorites videos are really some of my favorite videos to watch on YouTube, and you guys seem to really like them too because they are some of my most watched videos. So I'm assuming that you'll want to see this as well. One of the products I have been loving is a little bit random, but I wanted to talk about it because it is something I didn't think would actually work. And this is the Ulta Beauty. It is their new hue shadow switching pan. And essentially it is a dupe for the Vera Mona color switch. And this is only $9 at Ulta, which is a much more affordable price than the color switch. And you get the sponge in here with the black sponge is what you use on dry brushes. And then if you have a wet brush, you could use this white sponge in here. I haven't actually used the white sponge. I stick to just using the black sponge. But it really does work, and it just basically grabs the shadow and kind of pulls it off of your brush. So I think it's really helpful if you don't have a huge brush collection, because as much as we should clean our brushes, you're not going to get to clean your brush every single day, especially with eyeshadow brushes. And for me, I use a different eyeshadow color pretty much every day. It really does help me not to mix colors accidentally. So if you have been curious about something like this, I have to say they actually work, and I have been loving it since I got this. The next product I'm going to talk about, I got in a Petit Four box, and I waited quite a while to actually use it, and then I started using it and I really love it. This is the Juice Beauty Green Apple Age Defy Hand Cream. And I started using this because I'd run out of the other hand cream I had, and I had this just knocking around, so I decided to go ahead and give it a try. And what I really like about it is moisturizing, but it's not heavy, it's not sticky, it absorbs in really fast, but it actually does moisturize your hands. And a lot of the other hand creams I tried, either they would absorb in, but they didn't actually make my hands feel very moisturized, or they were like really thick and really gloopy, and they did moisturize my hands, but then it was like really hard to do anything. And I typically do use this at night, but I like that it's not thick and gloopy, because even though I am going to bed, like, I don't really want to get my hand lotion all over the sheets, and also my husband's there and I don't want to like touch him and then accidentally get like hand lotion all over him either. I just really like this. I don't know though if it's going to reduce the fine lines and wrinkles in my hands, because I am really fortunate that I am 25 and I do not have any fine lines or wrinkles in my hands yet. So I don't know if it does that, but I really have been liking it. The scent is very nice. It's a nice appley scent, very fresh. I have had other hand creams that will kind of burn my hands a little bit, especially if my hands are really dry and really chapped. But this one doesn't burn if you put it on really dry or really chapped hands, which is also really nice. So if you're looking for a good hand cream that works and isn't too thick or gloopy, this is definitely one to check out. Next up, I have one of the RMS lipsticks. I believe they're called the Wild with Desire lipsticks, and I have the shade Pretty Vacant. Here's what it looks like, and I am wearing this shade on my lips today. I hadn't really heard many people talking about this lipstick. I don't know why, they just really were not talking about it. Anthropologie was having a 30% off everything sale around Black Friday, so I decided to do some beauty shopping and I picked this up. Given my experience, I'm not sure I recommend purchasing from Anthropologie, because if you were following my Instagram stories, they didn't send me this lipstick, they sent me a makeup bag instead of the lipstick. And so then I had to call them and try and sort that out, and then they messed up. Actually, it ended up being more complicated than what I even told you on the stories. They like messed it up, and then it took a really long time to get it straightened out, and I eventually got it, but I had to actually go and return the makeup bag and ship it back to them, which really frustrated me, because I had to go to the post office around Christmas time, which no one wants to do that. So I wish they'd let me like return it to a store or just keep it, since they were the ones that messed it up and sent me the wrong thing anyway. Regardless, I finally got it, and I wouldn't purchase it from Anthropologie, but there are other retailers that I would recommend purchasing it from, like Credo Beauty. What I really like about this, first of all, this color, I didn't really know what color Pretty Vacant was going to be from looking at the swatches online. I found that lipsticks really pull differently on me than most people because I have such fair skin and I have really naturally unpigmented lips. And so I knew this was some sort of pink, but I have fallen in love with this color. And it's not really a winter color, but I love it and I just keep wearing it because it is such an unusual color. I've never really seen another lipstick this color. So if this is at all some sort of color you think you would be interested in, I really do recommend this because it is so cool and so unusual. And I love the formula. It is creamy, but it's not overly creamy, and it is so comfortable on your lips. Like, this is one of the most comfortable lipstick formulas I have put on. Like, my lips do not feel dry throughout the day when I'm wearing this. My lips do look a little bit cracked because it is winter here and my lips are just really dry, but it is not for this lipstick. This lipstick is super comfortable. It just feels like I'm wearing nothing on my lips. They don't feel dry, they don't feel sticky, they don't feel overly creamy. I love it. And the color is so pigmented that even when the lipstick does transfer, there is still color left behind on my lips. So it really wears very gracefully throughout the day. And I do reapply it, but I can get away without reapplying it because it just fades so gracefully. So if you have been curious about the RMS lipsticks, at least based off of this one, they are 100% worth it, and I really do recommend this shade Pretty Vacant because it is just such an unusual, beautiful color. Next up is a skincare favorite, and this is something that my husband actually got for me for Christmas because it was something that I'd wanted for quite a while, but it just felt kind of extravagant to buy for myself. So when he was asking me what I wanted for Christmas, I was like, I know exactly what I want. And so it's actually a rose quartz face roller. And I know a lot of people have the jade face rollers. I'm not into crystals at all, so it really doesn't make a difference like what crystal I have on my face. Like, I just personally really don't like the color green that much. It's just not my favorite color. It's probably one of my least favorite colors. And so I think pink is just a lot prettier color. And Herbivore happened to, during, like, it was either late in November or early in December, come out with a rose quartz face roller. What I really like about it is I just find it so relaxing to use. I'm not looking for any huge skincare benefit from it. I don't think it's revolutionized my skin, and I don't really think it's going to. But what I love about it is it just feels so great. So especially at night, I do like to use this on my face. It very much helps me relax, kind of get in the mindset of getting ready for bed. And because I am a very anxious person, sometimes falling asleep can be really difficult for me. So I find doing things like this to kind of get me relaxed and get me ready in this mindset of, okay, we're gonna go to sleep now, is really helpful. And also I like it in the morning too. Because it is a stone, typically it is cooler than like my body temperature when I go to use it. And so in the morning I find it very refreshing. And I think it does help to kind of depuff my face a little bit because sometimes I wake up, especially depending on where I am in my cycle, my face can be a little puffy from water retention, and I think this really just helps to depuff it and really just get my face kind of stimulated and going for the day. What I like to do typically is I will spray my OCSC Minerals Mist on my face, and then while that's kind of drying, I will go over my face with this roller before I put on any moisturizer or serum or anything like that. Allegedly it's supposed to help the product sink into your skin better. Like I said, I have no idea if it does that, but it really just feels nice. And I really have been enjoying this addition to my skincare routine. Next up is an eyeshadow palette that I have really fallen in love with, and this is the Mother Bears Handmade eyeshadow palette in Echo Park. And I went ahead and purchased the case for it, which I'm really glad I did. I think that this palette case is just really nice. It's got the Mother Bears Handmade logo on it. I don't want to blind you, but it does have a really nice mirror and then 4 slots where the eyeshadows can go. Or you can buy the 4 eyeshadows just as pans without the palette, but you cannot at this time purchase the eyeshadows individually. But what I really love about this eyeshadow palette is it is just so versatile and so easy to use. So here are the 4 shades swatched on my hand. This shade down here is a duochrome shade. It depends. Sometimes it's easier to see than other times in the light, but this is a duochrome shade. But look at the pigmentation of these shades. Like, the pigmentation of these is crazy. This is from a small Etsy shop, And I just believe the quality of this is incredible. Like, I have other Mother Bear's handmade eyeshadows, but I love these even more. like she kind of like took it to the next level with this eyeshadow palette. I do have the yellow on my eyelid and then this kind of brown shade blended in my crease, and then I have the duochrome shade as my inner corner highlight. I do want to do kind of like what I did with the Herrera Perez palette and do like a couple different looks using this eyeshadow palette, but I'm having issues with my eye right now, which is why I'm wearing glasses, because I needed to take a break from wearing contacts. So once I get my eye all situated and back to normal, then I will go ahead and do this, because right now you can't really see any eye makeup I'm wearing. And also it's really hard for me to actually apply makeup, especially eye makeup, because I can't see because I have to take my glasses off. Anyway, if you've been wanting to try any of the Mother Bear's handmade eyeshadows, this palette in Echo Park is my recommendation. Next up, I have the Ursa Major Golden Hour Recovery Cream, and this is another product that came to me in a Petit Bour box. I really have been liking this, especially during the winter, because it is a nice moisturizing cream, and I find that it sinks in really quickly though. Like, it's not sitting heavy on my skin. So if I think my skin either at night or in the morning needs a little bit additional moisture, this is what I reach for, because it will do that moisturizing, but it's not heavy, it's not sitting on my skin. If you do use this during the day, I find that makeup sits beautifully on top of it, and I do have oily skin and I don't find that I get too oily using it. So I really, really have been liking this. I'm so glad I got the sample, especially during the winter. It has been a bit of a skin lifesaver, and I know that Erin from A Greener Kind of Life also tried this out and is absolutely loving it too, and she has dry skin, so it works really well for oily skin and dry skin. The last couple products are a couple of Rituel de Fille products, and I went to the Credo Beauty store in Boston, and they were doing an event where they were doing makeovers using Rituel de Fille and Eco Brow products, and then also it ended up being a lot of other products too. If you guys have been watching me for a while, you guys know that I really do love Rituel de Fille, and I've been on this love affair with cream products recently. If you haven't seen my tutorial using cream products, I will link that down below and up above so you can check that out. That is probably one of the tutorials I've been most excited about, so definitely check that out. So a makeup artist, Sarah, did my makeup at the Credo Beauty store, and I will link her Instagram down below, so go show her some love. But she did an amazing job, and I really fell in love with a number of the products that she used, and I did go ahead and purchase them, and I've been wearing them nonstop since I got them. So here they are. First off is the blush in Desire, and I am so glad that she picked this blush out, because I mean, you can see the color. Like, it is just not a color that I would reach for, and probably not you either, especially for a blush, but it looks so much better on the skin than it does in the pan. Like, it's just a world of difference. So here is the blush swatched on my hand, and I just like it because it's got a little bit of a mauve-y, purpley brown tone to it. It's not too pink, it's not too cool, it's not too warm. I just find it to be a really neutral blush, and it wears beautifully. I love the blush in Rapture that I had, so I'm absolutely in love with having another shade of a Rituel de Fille blush. The next product I got was one of their Rare Light Illuminators, which is essentially a highlighter, and this is in the shade Ghostlight. And what's really cool about this is it's actually kind of duochrome too. Reminds me of the Mother Bear's handmade eyeshadow. In fact, I love pairing them together. I have Ghostlight on my cheeks today. Let's see. Hopefully you can, there we go. You should be able to see that, hopefully. It is beautiful, like, especially if you get in some bright light, like, it just looks beautiful on the cheeks. So here it is swatched on my hand. Let me kind of move my hand around a little bit. Hopefully you can see it. Yeah. It is just beautiful. Like, it is a beautiful cream highlight. I am so glad that I went with it. It's got a little bit of a pink shift to it, which I think does look really nice, especially on someone more fair like me. I think that is a really nice highlight color to have. It just works really, really well. And the final product from Rituel de Fille is one of their Forbidden lipsticks. And this one is in the shade Hex, which is very, very similar to the blush shade. They're almost the same shade. I think the lipstick, which is down here, is just a little bit warmer. And once again, like looking at this shade in the bullet compared to it swatched on my hand, it's just a totally different color. When I saw this in the bullet, I was like, is that gonna work on me? And then same thing happened with the blush. It was just beautiful. And you can build it up. Like the pigmentation here I have on my hand is it kind of built up a little bit, but you can wear it really sheer on the lips. I have some pictures on my Instagram of me wearing it, and it is like the perfect shade for me. It is kind of a My Lips But Better shade, and I love it. So all three of those products have been hits. I really have not found any Rituel de Fille product I didn't love, so if you're ever curious about them, they are fantastic. They are a higher end item that I think is 100% worth the price. I did not buy these on sale. I did buy, if I bought 2 Rituel de Fille products, I got the lipstick for free, so I did get that as a promotion, but I did pay full price for the blush and for the highlight. I hope you found this video useful and maybe a little bit entertaining. If you liked it, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Really, if you at all are interested in my videos, please do subscribe. It is really helpful, especially with the changes that YouTube is making. Please be sure to check out my Instagram. I'll have my handle down below. I'm at naturallybeautifulgirl. And let me know what has been one of your favorite products that you've discovered either during December or during January. Just let me know what's some product that you have been loving that you discovered recently. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!